So today's all levels class, 1 hour. Again, I say this at the beginning of all my yoga videos, but again, today's a new day, so your practice may feel a little bit different. It may seem a little bit different, and that's okay. Just again, taking some time to go within and notice your body and what it needs today. And just being okay with if your practice looks a little bit different yesterday or last week. And just remembering that the variations for those who have a more advanced practice are just suggestions. Again, so moving into that place in your practice that's right for you and your body today. So we begin on the back today. So come lying on your back in Shavasana. Okay, bring the heels out to the outer corners of your mat. Bring your hands down by your sides, palms up. And just all take one big breath in through the nose and a nice exhale out the mouth. And just let the body sink down towards the earth. Maybe allowing yourself to feel the connection of the body and the earth. Allowing the energy of the earth to rise up to meet you. Feel as if your entire back of your body could sink down towards the mat, towards the earth. Even those places that don't normally touch, so the backs of the ankles, the low back, the back of the neck. And just imagine all of those areas softening and settling. And just letting the release travel up to the front of your body. And just bringing your awareness to the space around the heart. And just notice whether you're holding on to any tension there. And see if you can let go of something that you might be holding on to. Allowing yourself to be receptive. Creating space so that you can be ready and open for whatever's next, negative or positive. And just keep allowing yourself to sink into stillness, following the breath. And in that stillness, find a place where you can set an intention, a dedication for your practice. Anything you'd like to offer up, or maybe anything you'd like to receive. If you like, you can say a personal prayer for those who are suffering. And then as you're ready, hug the knees into the chest. And just being gentle with the body, let the back of the neck be long. You can roll the head from side to side, releasing any tension in the neck, throat. You can make circles with the knees, one direction, then the other, just massaging the low back and the spine. Good. If you like, you can lift the chest and maybe hugging the knees a little tighter into the chest if that feels right for your body. And then we'll come down with the arms extended to start. And we're going to cross the legs, right leg over the left. Knees are stacked for the eagle legs. If you like, you can tuck that foot behind the left calf. And then from here, we're going to take the eagle arms. Left arm on top, bent at the elbows, backs the hands or the palms together. As you exhale, we're going to tap the toes to the mat and the hands or the fingertips above you on the floor. And then as you exhale, come up, pull the elbows into the knees. And then inhale, release. Exhaling, come and release. Exhale up again. Use your breath. Release. 2 more times. Exhale up. Let it go. Last time, come up. And then let it go. Extending the arms out to the side, leave your legs, and we're going to drop the knees to the left for a twist. Gaze out to the right. Take full deep breaths into the belly and the chest. And then coming back through to center, switching the legs, so this time the left leg will come on top. You can tuck that foot behind the calf if you like. And the right arm will come on top this time for our eagle arms, taking the backs of the hands or the palms. Good, now from here, you're gonna inhale, tap the toes and the fingers. Exhale, lift the chest, come up. Inhale down, exhaling up. Inhale, and then exhale. 2 more times. Exhaling up. Last time. Exhale up. And then you're going to leave the legs, extend the arms, this time dropping the knees to the right, gaze to the left. Again, taking those nice full breaths into the belly and the ribs. Come back through the center. Unwind your legs, hug the knees into the chest. And we're going to rock ourselves up to sitting. If you need to, and the low back is a little tender, you can roll to one side and press yourself up, and we'll find our way into tabletop pose. So on your hands and knees, stacking the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You can pad the knees with a blanket or curl the toes under if you like. From here, we'll do 3 rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly down, lift the chest. And then exhale, round your spine, chin to the chest, press into the hands, tuck your tailbone. Inhaling for cow, gaze is slightly lifted, relax your throat. And then exhale, press it back to your cat. Inhale for cow. Exhaling for your cat. And then coming into a nice neutral spine, take the right hand underneath your face, then the right shin parallel, finding the gate pose as that left arm lifts. And then you're going to really try to press hard into the pinky edge of your foot, pressing that left hip bone to the back of your mat. Reach the left arm up and open the chest. Good. Now, you're going to come up, balancing on the right shin, coming up, and then drop the left hand to the right thigh, reach the right arm overhead, bicep hugs the ear. Good. And then coming back down, left arm reaches overhead this time. Open up, breathing into the left side of the body. One more time, coming up with the arms. Drop that left hand down, reach over. This time, if you like, you can sweep the left arm out to the side like you're holding a basketball. And then coming back to the gate pose with the left arm reaching overhead. From here, lift the left arm up. And if you like to work on your balance, balancing on that right shin, floating that left foot up. Stay here if you like the bind, reach around, taking the pinky edge of your foot, pressing the foot into your hand, maybe gazing out over the left shoulder. Good, and then let it go. Coming back to your tabletop, shifting the hips from side to side, realigning your joints. Second side, take the left hand underneath the face, spin the left shin parallel, coming up. Reaching up with that right hand, press it back. Try to press the pinky edge of the foot into the mat. Good, and then from here, Press into that left shin, coming up with the arms. Right hand drops down this time, left arm reaches overhead. And then coming back down, left hand drops to the mat, reach the right arm overhead, bicep hugs the ear here. Press into the left shin, coming up. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up and over. Stay here, reach the right arm out like you're holding a basketball. And then right hand down. Sweep the left arm back to the mat, reach the right arm up and overhead. And then reach that right arm up. If you like to work on your balance, floating the right foot up to the ceiling. Stay here or take the bind as you reach for the pinky edge of your foot, pressing the foot into the hand, opening the hip flexors, the shoulders. And then you're going to press it back to the tabletop. Shift the hips from side to side. From here, you're going to leave the bum lifted, walk the hands forward, melt the chest and the forehead to the mat. Maybe turning the palms up, maybe rolling the head from side to side. You can rock here a little bit into the shoulders. If the shoulders are healthy, you can shift the tailbone. Whatever feels right for your body today. Good, and then turning the palms down, we'll find our first downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Walk it out, pedaling the knees. Just bending one knee, then the other. If you like, give your head a little shake for yes and for no. Come up onto the tippy toes, stretching out the feet and the ankles. And then eventually allowing the heels to sink a little closer down towards the mat. Imagine you're pressing your hands and your feet away from one another so that the ribs move away from your waist, lengthening through the spine. And then you're just going to baby step the feet up to meet your hands and fold forward at the front of your mat for your Uttanasana, bending your knees, chest and belly on the thighs. And you can just let everything hang heavy here. If you like, you can interlace the elbows in front of the body and just move here a little bit. But wherever you are, relax your shoulders, relax your head and neck, your face and your jaw. And again, just feel as if your head is just tractioning the rest of your spine. And then we'll come rounding up, head and neck last. And as you come up, just give those shoulders a little roll here, front to back, stretch it out. Good, and then starting with the hands in prayer, squeeze your shoulder blades together, slide them back and down. As you inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Try to wiggle the arms behind the ears, lift the chest, arch the back, squeeze the glutes to protect the low back. Good, and then joining the palms together, you can release the index fingers if you like. Bend to the right. Try to press that left sole of the foot down, roll the collarbones open, and breathe deeply into the space in between the rib bones. And back through to center. To the opposite side, pressing that right foot down. Breathing into the right side of the body. And back through to center. From here, take the hands to the low back. Interlace your fingers, roll the collarbones open, lift the chest. And then exhale into that forward fold with the knees bent. Arms come overhead. You can move here a little bit if the shoulders are healthy, maybe a gentle balance or side to side movement with the arms. Just make sure the head and neck are relaxed. Releasing any tension in the space around your eyes. And then taking the hands to the mat, step the right foot back for the low lunge. Now, you're going to lower your back knee, and if the left knee is healthy, you can let that knee come forward at the ankle as long as the heel is on the mat. If it's not healthy, just come back with the knee at a 90-degree angle or use your blocks here. And begin to sink the hips, press the right thigh bone down to the mat, extend through the crown of the head. Gaze is slightly lifted, relax your throat, the space in between your eyebrows. And then stepping back to your plank pose. Press to your heels, extend through the crown of the head, big breath in. Exhaling into knees, chest, chin. Now keep the bum lifted, pull the elbows in, use the triceps. And then slide onto the belly, pressing your heels together. And this time we'll take the wide-armed cobra pose. So bring the arms out to the sides, coming up onto the fingertips. And you're gonna lift your chest here, squeeze the glutes. And now drop your left shoulder down, gaze out over the right. Coming up. Right shoulder down, gaze to the left. And up, just like this. Left shoulder dips down. And up. Right shoulder down. And up. One more time to each side. Left shoulder down. Up. Right shoulder down. And up. Good. All the way back down. Now keep those heels together. Place the hands underneath your shoulders. Lifting the upper body for a gentle cobra pose. Pull the elbows into the ribs. Extend through the crown of the head. Reach back through your toes. And then exhaling, press it back to your downward facing dog. If you need to, exhale out the mouth. Sink the heels, sink the chest. Right foot comes front. Lower the back knee. Sinking the hips to the mat. Lift the gaze slightly, relax your throat, maybe even closing your eyes. And then exhale, stepping forward, Uttanasana, bend the knees, chest and belly on the thighs. And if you like, you can take the hands to the backs of the legs. So the hands can come to the backs of your heels or interlace your elbows behind the legs. Pull the chest and belly onto the thighs. Tailbone comes up. Relax your head, relax your neck, and breathe deeply into the back of your body. Good, now keeping the knees bent, you're gonna sweep the arms forward, up, and back. Lift the chest. And then exhale, hands to prayer, close the eyes. Easy breath in. Easy breath out, going back inside, back to your practice. Good. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot back, lower your back knee, working with the breath, lift the chest. Exhale, stepping back to your plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, pull the elbows in. Inhaling for cobra, lift the chest. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot front, lower the back knee. Exhale, step forward, Uttanasana, bend the knees. Inhale all the way up, lift the chest. And then exhaling, hands to prayer. Again, just close the eyes. Let the breath soften and settle. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Good, inhale, lift the arms again, arch the back, lift the chest, and then exhaling, folding forward, bend the knees. This time the left foot will come back, lower the back knee, sink the hips. Good, we'll uncurl the back toe. This time lifting the upper body, bring the hands to the thigh, pressing the knee away from you. If the knee is healthy, lift the chest, arch the back. And then moving for the upright twist as the right hand comes behind you to the low back or the outer thigh. Left hand comes across, gaze out over the right shoulder. Good, from here. If you like to reverse it, you can reach that left arm up, open the chest. And then unwind, bring both hands to the inner foot. Turn the toes out, walk your foot to the edge of the mat. You can stay right here on the palms or come down on one forearm or the both, releasing your head or your neck, your face and your jaw. If you have capacity, you can roll to the outer edge of the right foot, pressing the knee away from you if the knee is healthy. And then coming up onto the palms, or you can keep that left forearm down. Reach the right arm up. So the left forearm or the palm down, open the chest for the twist. And then drop that right hand down, coming up. Heel toe the right foot to center. Curl the back toe and step back to plank. Big inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Pull the elbows in. Sliding onto the belly, lift the chest for cobra. Exhale, press it back. Downward facing dog. This time we'll step the left foot forward, lower the back knee for the lunge. Uncurl the back toe, coming up. Bring the hands to the thigh, press the knee away from you as you lift the chest. And then moving for the upright twist as the right hand comes across, left hand to the low back or the outer thigh as you sink the hips. Option to revolve here as you lift that right arm up overhead. And then bringing both hands to the inner foot, turning the toes out, walk your foot to the edge of the mat. And staying on the palms or come down on one forearm or both. Maybe let the knee roll out from the body. Immediately relaxing your face and your jaw. Good, and then from here, either leave the right forearm down or come up onto the right palm as you lift the left arm up for the twist. And then drop the left hand down. Heel toe the left foot to center, curl the back toe and step it front for Uttanasana. Bend your knees. And you can move here a little bit, maybe bend one knee, then the other. Coming back to any of the variations, the beginning of class, just let your head and neck hang heavy. And then bending your knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Maybe this time you're going to turn the pinkies in, open the chest, arch back. And then exhaling, hands to prayer. Again, just close your eyes. Let everything soften, let everything settle. Good, inhale the arms again, lift your chest. And then exhale, bend your knees, folding forward. Inhale up halfway, hands on the mat or your shins, gazes forward. Exhale, bend the knees, folding in. Step or hop back through to plank pose. Inhale. Exhale either into chaturanga or on the knees as you pull the elbows in. Cobra or maybe an up dog this time as you lift the chest. And we'll exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. And again, just maybe bend one knee, then the other. Shake out your head for yes and for no. Right leg floats up to the sky for down dog splits. Press into the hands, really sink the left heel. Bend that right knee, open up through the hip. Maybe circle your foot, circle your ankle. And then straighten that right leg, square the shoulders, square the hips. From here, we're going to come forward, modified plank, knee to the nose, pull it in, and press it back up, down dog splits. 2 more times, pull it in, round the spine, press it back. Last time, pull it in, press it back up. And we'll step the right foot in between the hands, spinning the back heel for a warrior stance, coming up, warrior one. Relax your shoulders. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Nice strong legs. Good. Taking the hands to the low back. So keep the nice deep bend in that front knee. You're going to roll the collarbones open, squeeze the hands together. And we're going to float it forward for toppling tree pose. So balancing on the right foot. And it may mean that those back toes just come up off the mat, maybe 6 inches. Maybe you end up parallel to the mat. Maybe you're able to drop the chest down towards your thigh. And then release the hands to the mat or your blocks. Standing splits. Right leg should be straight. And then you're going to begin to move here a little bit as you lift the left leg up. Lower it down, stretching behind the right knee, the right glute. Relax your head, relax your neck. Then you can stay here, or option to take half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. So right hand on the mat or your block diagonally of the right foot. Engage that back leg and you're going to lift the left arm up. Now if you feel unsteady, gaze down at the right hand, or you can shift your gaze to the left. Keep breathing. And then coming back to the standing splits, drop the left hand down. And then drop the left foot to meet the right. Bring the inside edges of the feet together. Bend your knees, coming up into the chair pose, Uttanasana. Try to tuck your tailbone, shifting the arch into the mid-back. Shoulders back and down, weight is in your heels. And then bring the arms straight out like you're holding a basketball in front of you. Then we're just going to lift the right heel, come up onto the right ball of the foot. Lower that heel. Lift the left heel up. Keep breathing. And then release, coming back through the chair. And then exhale, fold it forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees and fold, step or hop back through to plank. And flowing through or finding that downward facing dog. Exhale it back, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest. And this time we'll float the right leg up, down dog splits. Come forward, knee to the nose, pull it in. And then step the right foot in between the hands, spin the back heel, warrior two. Gazing out over that right hand. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, slide them back and down. Maybe even close the eyes, let everything soften and settle. And we'll revolve that warrior as the left hand comes to the thigh, right arm reaches back, bicep hugs the ear, open the chest. Now leave the arms, straighten that front leg, reach way back with that right hand. Breathing deeply into the right side of the body. Now squeeze the thighs inward, rotate the arms up. Reach way forward with the right hand, drop it to the shin or the block to the inner foot. Left arm reaches up for your Trikonasana, triangle pose. Imagining the body is between two panes of glass. You're stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips. You just take easy breath in, easy breath out. Extend through the crown of the head. And then exhale, folding over the right leg. Maybe walk that back foot in an inch or so. And the hands can be on the mat, or maybe your shins or blocks if you have them. And just fold over the right leg. You can shift the hips from side to side. Relax your face, relax your jaw. And then taking the revolved revolved triangle. So square the hips, take the left hand to the block or your mat, right arm reaches up. Now try to press that right hip back and down. Try not to roll to the pinky edge of your foot. Press the big toe down to the mat. And then exhaling, folding here over that right leg. Coming into the high lunge, you're gonna spin the back heel up, back knee is lifted if you can. Extend through the crown of the head. Press into the hands, come to down dog splits, right leg lifts. And then stepping into that full downward facing dog. And let's lower the knees, sit back for the child's pose. Stretch it out, maybe roll the head from side to side. Easy breath in, easy breath out. And then coming all the way onto the belly. Taking the chin on the mat, hands down by your sides, palms up. Inhale. Exhale, lift everything up. Extend through the crown of the head. The back of the neck should be long. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then slide the fingertips down towards your heels. Keep breathing. And then gently release, rest one cheek on the mat. Release any tension in the lower back, maybe shift the hips a little bit here, side to side. And then bringing the chin back onto the mat, take the hands down to the low back. Squeeze the hands together, press your hands or your knuckles towards your heels. Now leave the lower part of your body on the mat and lift the upper part or the half of your body as you squeeze the hands together. Extend through the crown of the head. If you like, the legs can come up as well. And then release the hands, rest your cheek to the opposite side. And then pressing it back to the child's pose. Shifting the hips from side to side, maybe roll the head from side to side here. And then curling the toes under, finding your downward facing dog again. Sink the heels, sink the chest. And then from here, we'll lift that left leg up, press the right heel down, and then if you like, bend the knee, open up through the head, maybe circle the foot and the ankle. And then straighten that left leg, press into your hands equally, press the right heel down. Modified plank, knee to the nose, pull it in, and press it back up. Knee to the nose, pull it in, pressing it back up. Last time, pull the knee to the nose, press it back up. And this time we're gonna pull that knee to the nose, step in between the hands, spin the back heel, warrior one, coming up. Shoulders back and down. Nice strong legs. Try not to roll to the inside arch of the back foot. You want to press that pinky edge of your foot to the mat. Taking the hands to the low back, lift the chest, roll the collarbones open. And then taking your time, finding that toppling tree pose. Remembering you don't have to be in the full pose in one breath. Take your time. And then dropping the hands to the mat or the block, standing splits. You can move here a little bit, lower the leg, lift it back up. Relax your head and your neck. And you can stay here, or if you're taking the half moon pose, left hand comes on the mat or blocks diagonally of that standing foot. Engage your back leg and lift the right arm up. And then coming back to the standing splits. And we'll drop the right foot to meet your left. Bring the inside arches of your feet together. Bending your knees, coming up for Uttanasana chair. Shoulders back and down. Tuck your tailbone, arch the mid-back. And this time we'll bring the hands out in front of us. And we'll come up onto both balls of the feet, so lifting both heels up off the mat if you can. Dropping the heels, lift the arms. And then exhale, folding forward, bend your knees. Inhale up halfway, exhaling, fold. Hands to the mat, step or hop back through to plank. Inhale, exhale, flowing through or finding your downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest if you need to. Exhale out your mouth. And then the left leg comes up, down dog splits, sink the right heel. Coming forward, knee to the nose, pull it in. And step the left foot in between the hands, spin the back heel. Windmilling up for warrior two. Gazing out over that left hand. This time, let's turn the palms up. Closing the eyes and just imagining you're breathing out from the heart center all the way through the fingertips. Good. Reverse that warrior as the right hand slides down, left arm reaches back, bicep hugs the ear. Breathe deeply into the left side of the body. And then leaving the arms straight in that front leg, reach way back with that left hand, excuse me. Come all the way up. And then reaching that left arm forward, drop the left hand to the shin or the block to the inner foot. Right arm reaches up. Reach way up with that right hand, press the left hand down. Press into the feet, squeeze your thighs together. And then exhaling, folding over that left leg. Maybe walking the back foot in an inch or so. Squaring the hips and folding over the left leg. Again, the hands can be on your blocks or even your shin. And then take the right hand to the mat. Left arm reaches up. Revolve warrior. Press that left hip back and down. And then taking the left hand, spin your back heel up, bend that front knee, high lunge. Press into the hands, press it back. Down dog splits. And then drop the left foot to meet the right. Lowering the knees, sitting back for the child's pose. If you like, the arms can be extended, or you can even bring the hands down by your sides, palms up. Maybe roll your head from side to side. Let everything soften and settle. Maybe allowing yourself to go back to your intention or your personal prayer. And then finding your way to downward facing dog, lift the hips. And float the right leg up, down dog splits. Modified plank, knee to the nose, pull. Actually, take the knee to the right tricep this time, sorry. And back up again. Knee to the left tricep. And back up. This time, knee to the nose, pull it in, hold here around the spine. And step the right foot in between the hand. Now, you're going to straighten that front leg, fold over the right leg, and then spin the toes to the left and come into the straddle pose as you fold forward, hinging at the waist. Now, it may mean that you just interlace your elbows and hang out here. Maybe you pigeon toe the feet slightly and press into the pinky edges of your feet. So you can really stretch through the IT band, the feet and the ankles. You can reach the arms forward. Maybe you walk the hands behind you, gently pulling the crown of the head to the mat. Good, and then walking the hands back to the right foot, turn the right toes to the front. Bend that front knee, coming into the high lunge. Pressing it back, down dog splits, right leg lifts. And drop the right right foot to meet the left. Exhaling out the mouth if you need to. And this time the left leg will come up, down dog splits. Knee to the left tricep, come forward and back up. Knee to the right tricep and back up. Knee to the nose, pull in. And then step the left foot in between the hands. Start to straighten that left leg. Turn the toes to the right, walk the hands to the right for the straddle pose on the other side. And again, just breathe here. Let your head hang heavy. Those of you who have an at-home headstand practice, the hands can come into tripod position. Okay, you can come up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. You can lift the legs. Wherever you are in your practice today, or you can come back to any of the variations from the other side, extending the arms, maybe walking the hands behind you. Good. Now if you happen to be on the crown of the head, try to bring the legs straight out to the straddle, flexing your feet and lower down. If the crown of the head was on the mat, try to bring the head off the mat. Just let everything hang heavy. And then walk the hands over to the left. Come back through to the high lunge. Press into the hands, sweep that left foot up. And drop the left foot down, sink the heels. And then lower the knees, come sitting on your heels. Good. So for the next, we'll work in camel pose, all right? So lots of places to be in camel. Let me demonstrate it first and then we'll work on it together, okay? So knees on the, listen, shins on the mat, okay? If your knees are sensitive, just double your mat over, or you can take a blanket or something. And you want to curl the toes under, okay? Now, start to move the ribs away from the waist and shift your hips forward, squeeze the glutes, okay? Now this is where you can hang out if you like. Your hands can come to prayer. If you have capacity, you can drop the right hand to the heel. Maybe you drop the left hand to the heel. Now the one thing about this pose is I see a lot of the bum sinking down towards the heels. You want to press your hips forward so that the hips are over your knees. And the head and neck can come back if you like. And then we'll come out of the pose and take a child's pose. Okay, so let's come up on the knees, patting the knees if you need to, curling the toes under. Take the thumbs to the sacrum. Start by lifting the ribs away from the waist. Start to shift the hips forward and squeeze the glutes to protect the low back. Lifting your chest. Stay here, bring the hands to prayer. Or the right hand can come to the heel, maybe both. And then bring one hand to prayer, then the other. And folding into a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes together, sink the chest in between the thighs, and just shift the hips here from side to side. Rolling the head from side to side. Good, and then making your way back to your tabletop. And we'll move through a couple of rounds of cats and cows just to lift the chest. And then round the spine. 2 more times, breathing in. And then exhale, round the spine. And then coming to a nice neutral spine, we're going to lift the left arm up to the ceiling, open up the chest, thread it underneath the right, left cheek on the mat. Right hand can extend. You can lift it up. You can take it to the low back or wrap it to that inner thigh crease. And just begin to sink the chest to the mat. stay here, or if you like to challenge yourself, you can extend the right leg long. Come up onto the ball of the right foot. Now this balancing portion is easiest if you have your arm extended, but you can take it with a body. And then you're going to press into that left shin, lift the right leg up. And then float it back. Unwind to your tabletop, shifting the hips from side to side. And then the last side, we're going to lift the right arm up. Thread it underneath your left, right cheek on the mat. Maybe that left arm extends, or maybe you end up taking the bind. And you can stay here or extend the left leg long, come up onto the ball of the foot. Now, trick here is to press hard into the right shin and float that left leg up. And float it back to table. Unwind, shift the hips from side to side. And leave the bum lifted, walking the hands forward, sink the chest. And then from here, coming all the way up, sitting on the heels, and just rolling to one hip, extending the legs. And we'll take Janu Shirshasana as the left leg extends, right foot to the inner thigh. Those of you who have a more advanced practice can take the right foot into your half lotus, just as long as the knee is on the mat. Extend through the crown of the head, and then as you exhale, hinging forward at the waist and folding forward here. Now just taking your time to lengthen on the inhale, exhale, folding in until you've reached your capacity. And then just round the head and neck. The hands can be down by your sides, or if you like, you can bring the right hand to the outer edge of your foot and pull the chest towards the left thigh. And then coming all the way up. And then switch as the right leg extends, left foot to the inner thigh, or half lotus. Lengthen here. And then exhale again, using your breath, coming forward. And just taking your time. Inhale all the way up. And then we'll make our way into Baddha Konasana. So the feet are together, bringing the heels in towards your pelvis. You can wrap the arms around the feet, or if you like the bind, you can thread the arms underneath. Try to see if you can get your forearms on the mat. Wrap your hands around the feet and fold forward here. And then gently release. Now you can take either legs at the wall, restorative bridge, or shoulder stand. So I'll show you each of them. Legs at the wall, you just bring your hip over to the wall, swing the legs up, and come lying back. This is the most restorative of all three. Next is your bridge. So feet on the mat, you're gonna lift your hips and maybe take a block underneath your sacrum, any height. So hands can be down, palms down, or palms up. And if you're taking your shoulder stand, you're gonna come forward on your mat, use a little momentum to roll back and lift the legs. Now you don't want to twist the neck from side to side. You can bend the knees slightly, and eventually the hands will walk down the back and the legs will be a little straighter. Let the back of the neck be long. Let everything soften and settle, just slowing everything down. Now, if you're in the legs of the wall or bridge pose, you can just hug the knees into the chest or stay right where you are. If you're in your shoulder stand, you can come into plow pose, lowering the feet down towards the mat behind you. Now, if the feet don't easily touch, you can bring the knees to the forehead. And if the feet easily touch, you can extend the arms, palms up or down, maybe interlace the fingers, rolling the collarbones open. And if you find that this is a little bit easier for you with the toes on the mat, you can uncurl the toes, coming up onto the tops of the feet. And then just rolling out vertebra by vertebra until the bum touches, and you're just gonna bend your knees and hug the knees into the chest. And then drop the right foot to the mat, cross the right over so that the ankle is just on that left thigh. Now, if you feel any knee discomfort, you can flex the right foot. You can stay here and press the knee away from you, or you can start to pull the left knee in towards the chest, reach through the legs, take behind the thigh or the top of the shin. Just let the back of the neck be long. Relax your face, relax your jaw. And then gently let that go and switch sides as the left foot comes across. Again, pressing that left knee away from you, or pull the right knee into the chest. Take the back of the thigh or the top of your shin. And then gently let that go. Feet on the mat. Good. And then from here, one last back bend. Feet are hip-width distance apart. And you can come up to the bridge pose as you lift the hips or bring the hands to your shoulders and press up into the wheel. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. And then tucking the chin into your chest, lower down, hugging the knees into the chest. And this time we're going to bring the feet about as wide as mat width distance. Extend the arms out to the sides, and then drop the knees to the left, gaze to the right. And then coming back through to center with your knees, keep the feet wide, drop the knees to the right, gaze to the left. And come back through to center. And just hug the knees into the chest one last time. Maybe make circles with the knees all the way around. And if you like the happy baby, you can reach out, take the soles of the feet, pull the knees down to the ribs. And then we'll find our Shavasana. So come lying all the way onto the back, legs extended. Let everything soften and settle. And coming back to the connection of the earth. Allowing yourself to feel grounded in uncertain times. And then allow yourself to be grateful for whatever your practice held today. And grateful for each and every breath. And slowly begin to find your body. Connecting your body and your breath. You can wiggle fingers and toes. If you like, take a nice stretch overhead. Maybe interlacing the fingers, flip-flopping the palms. You can stay on your back or roll to one side for a breath or two. Making your way up to seated for meditation, continuing to close the eyes if you can. We'll join the index and the thumb at the knees, palms up or palms down. For the moment, I've stopped struggling. The undertow tugs at my clothes, and the current takes me where it will. Surrender sounds like defeat, but this tastes like victory. The sweet release into something open, empty, yet complete. My heart speaks, instructing me to relinquish all control. I close my eyes and see myself dissolving while remaining whole. When at last I'm delivered, gasping to the shore, I know it was the letting go that brought me home. I was saved not by my strength, but my daring to be vulnerable and weightless, choosing not to hold on to any of the debris that floated past me. Truth tastes salty, like tears, or the wind-whipped spray torn from the froth of breakers. Truth tastes like drowning, feels like being spit out of the belly of the whale to stand inside the larger footprint on the sand. We'll bring the hands to the heart center. May we be receptive to the divine light that rests in each each and every one of us, each and every day. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Om Shanti, meaning peace to all beings, and Namaste.